exothermic reactions. Let us look into some more examples. Burning of coal. Carbon plus oxygen giving rise to carbon dioxide. Formation of water. Hydrogen plus oxygen giving rise to water. In all these reactions, two or more reactants combine to form a single product. These type of equations are called combination reactions. Decomposition reactions. Decomposition reaction is quite opposite to that of a combination reaction. In decomposition reaction, one single compound breaks down into two or more other compounds or elements. In decomposition reaction, there is a need for energy source such as light, electricity or heat energy. Let us perform an experiment. Let us take calcium carbonate in a test tube. Now let us heat the test tube over a spirit lamp. We observe that calcium carbonate is decomposed into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And the reaction is calcium carbonate decomposing to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Now moving on, let us take lead nitrate solution in a test tube and burn it over a spirit lamp. We observe that there are brown fumes around the test tube. This is because of the evolution of nitrogen dioxide. Lead nitrate upon heating gives lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. This is an example for decomposition reaction. Proton. Now take a china dish and place silver chloride granules in it. Proton, now go keep the dish near the window such that the sunlight falls on it. Proton, now come back. Let us perform an experiment. Proton, now take a plastic mug and drill 2 holes in it. After drilling 2 holes, place 2 electrodes into it. After placing the 2 electrodes, connect it to the battery. After connecting it to the battery, pour some water into it and add sulfuric acid in small amounts to this. Proton, now take 2 test tubes of water and invert them and place it on the electrodes. Now switch on the battery such that the current flows through the electrodes. After some time, we observe that there are bubbles displaced at each tubes. This is because the water has displaced into hydrogen and oxygen. Now we observe that water decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen. Remember, earlier we kept a dish into the sunlight. Proton, now get the dish back. Do you observe any difference? Yes, the white crystals of silver chloride has changed into grey color. This is due to the decomposition of silver chloride into silver and chlorine. In all these experiments, we saw that we use some sort of source of energy like heat, electricity or light. Hence, the reactions in which heat is absorbed are called endothermic reactions. Displacement reactions. A displacement reaction is a type of a reaction in which more reactive element displaces less reactive element from its compound. Let us perform another experiment. Proton, now take 2 iron nails. Proton, take 2 test tubes of copper sulfate solution. Proton, now dip the iron nails into the copper sulfate solution. After some time, proton, now remove the iron nail. we observe that the iron nail has turned into a brown color and the copper sulfate solution, which was initially blue in color, has faded. By this we can say that iron has displaced copper from copper sulfate solution. That is, iron is more reactive and copper is less reactive when compared to iron. Thus, iron displaced copper from copper sulfate. Let us see other examples. Zinc reacting with copper sulfate solution, giving rise to zinc sulfate and copper. We see that zinc has displaced copper from copper sulfate solution. Let us take another example. Lead reacting with copper chloride solution. Lead has displaced copper chloride and we get lead chloride and copper. In these two reactions, we see that zinc and lead are more reactive elements than copper. Thus, they displace copper from its compounds. Let us perform an experiment. Proton. Now, take two test tubes. Fill one with sodium sulfate solution and the second one with barium chloride solution. Now, let us mix these two solutions. After mixing, we see a white precipitate formed. This is due to the barium ions and the sulfate ions. The white precipitate is the barium sulfate. We saw that there was an insoluble solution present in the beaker. This insoluble solution is called the precipitate and the reaction is called precipitation reaction. Combination reaction. A plus B giving rise to AB. Decomposition reaction. AB giving rise to A plus B. Displacement reaction. AB plus C giving rise to AC plus B. Double displacement reaction. AB plus CD giving rise to AC plus BD. Oxidation and reduction. Let us take copper in a dish and heat it. When copper is heated, it turns into a black copper oxide. Now let us pass hydrogen over the copper oxide. This causes the reaction to be in the reverse direction and we get back copper. Now let us observe and study this reaction. If a substance gains oxygen, it is said to be oxidized. If a substance loses oxygen, it is said to be reduced. Here we can see copper oxide is losing oxygen and is being reduced, and hydrogen is gaining oxygen and being oxidized. If one reactant is oxidized and the other reactant is reduced, it is called oxidation reduction reaction, or in short we call it redox reactions. Let us see some other examples of redox reactions. Zinc oxide plus carbon giving rise to zinc plus carbon monoxide. Magnesium dioxide plus HCl giving rise to magnesium chloride, water and chlorine. From these reactions we can say that if a substance gains oxygen or loses hydrogen, then it is oxidized. If a substance loses oxygen or gains hydrogen, then it is reduction. Now you might have been confused. Let us take all the points and put them in a table. Now this is clear and hope you understood oxidation and reduction. Now we have learned the types of reactions. Now let us understand them in a simple fashion.